Hello again and welcome to Danwhitebooks. Let me ask you a question. Are you truly living or just getting by? Are you thriving or simply existing in comfort? Does your daily life challenge you or are you safe within civility? Could you be something more? Could struggle, real struggle, push you to become something entirely different? Let's dive into these questions with today's video in a review and discussion of The Call of the Wild by Jack London. In this video, I want to explore some of the themes found in The Call of the Wild, especially how this book connects to the way we live today. If you've read it, you might be wondering how a dog's journey could possibly compare to that of a person, but like most great stories, there's far more here than what appears on the surface. Buck is a large dog who lives a comfortable life in California. He doesn't have to worry about food or companionship. These things are given to him freely. He's a dog who can explore the grounds around him with ease and little fear. The key point is that Buck is comfortable. Buck is safe. He's sheltered from the harshness of life and surrounded by luxuries. However, this changes when Buck is kidnapped and sold to become a working dog during the Klondike Gold Rush. He's taken from the comfort and security of his life and thrown into something completely different. As mentioned in the book, Buck quickly learns the harsh law of club and fang, the club being man's tool for dominance and the fang representing the competition and power struggles among the other dogs. The main element I'd like to focus on as we move forward is purpose. You see, as Buck is pushed from civility into the wild, something begins to stir deep inside him. He feels the pull of nature, his instincts speaking clearly. He doesn't just survive, he begins to thrive. Buck quickly settles into his new life and becomes an excellent work dog. Along with the other dogs, Buck pulls a sled across the harsh conditions of the Yukon. The steady work does not leave him feeling helpless. As Buck adjusts, he becomes more focused, more capable, and more alive than he ever was in his comfortable life back in California. From that viewpoint, we can compare our own lives to Buck's. We've strayed far from our past. Nature didn't intend for us to sit at a desk staring at a screen for 8 hours a day, and it certainly didn't intend for us to be constantly surrounded by so many people most we'll never know. We have a great deal of modern comforts, yet still we become anxious. It affects how we think, how we act, and how we connect with others. Heck, with modern day living, everything we need can be delivered through online shopping. These days, you barely even need human interaction to function in society. I wonder if you can see what I'm getting at here. We as people are often very distant from our natural surroundings and instincts. I'm not talking about primal urges, but more about basic survival instincts. We still face struggles, but often these arise purely because we live in a world that's so comfortable, it's almost uncomfortable. Some might say we have strayed or lost our way, and while I wouldn't fully agree with that, I do understand where they're coming from. As someone who lives in a city, I felt deeply alone despite having thousands of people around me. Isn't it strange how being around so many others can make us feel so isolated? As Buck leaves his life of comfort, he's pushed into the unknown. This unknown is often a major barrier to change, not because suffering is necessary, but because growth often occurs when we're outside of our comfort zones. Buck does struggle, but through that struggle, something powerful emerges, a greater sense of purpose. By the end of the book, it seems Buck values who he's become, perhaps even more than the comfort he once enjoyed. Yet we don't have to face extremes like Buck to reflect on our own sense of purpose or meaning. Sometimes just stepping beyond comfort, even a little, can deeply impact how we experience life. Buck enjoys the challenge of his new position and becomes hungry for power and leadership. There could be another video entirely on this topic, but we'll stick more closely to the pursuit of purpose for this one. Buck is not a small dog. He's a powerful mixed breed who's very capable. When first introduced to his companions, all of whom pull a sled across the cold climate of the Yukon, Buck feels a bit lost. However, he soon discovers he's much stronger and more capable than he ever imagined. The Call of the Wild does a fantastic job of showing how struggle and discomfort can lead to a greater sense of purpose or being. It's a transformative tale that captures the brutality of survival, the weight of struggle, and the strength found through perseverance. But what exactly is meant by the call of the wild, and how can we relate that to our own lives? The final part of this book, spoilers, sees Buck become a loyal companion and an exceptional dog, unlike any other. He proves himself in every way, yet even as he succeeds in becoming a dog of man, he starts to feel the pull of something more. Out there, deep in the woods, there's a calling, and Buck can't help but listen. This is where the true meaning of the call of the wild comes into play. Buck succeeds all in but becoming the figure of his ancestors, and so he leaves in search of higher purpose. How do you relate to that phrase? Through disharmony and struggle, Buck is transformed, yet even then, something greater reaches out to him. To me, that feels like a calling towards what we truly want, a yearning to step inside the version of ourselves we fear the most, a better version. We fear it because of the struggle it requires. Change doesn't come easy. Too often I feel I'm not living for purpose. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough. Maybe I'm just too wrapped up in that word we started with. Comfort. The call isn't just about the wilderness. It's about listening to that quiet, persistent voice inside of you. The one that asks for more than routine, more than comfort. It's the part of us that wants something real, freedom, meaning, a sense of becoming who we truly are. And that's exactly why I think that this book's message is so very powerful. My friends, thank you very much for spending a bit of time here today and watching another book review. For information on where to buy this book, please see the links in the description. I was to read A Clockwork Orange. Sorry for the edit there. I forgot what that book was. But that was quite a difficult read due to its language. So I'm going to pick that up again soon. I have a book called Orbital by Samantha Harvey, which I'm hoping I will read next. If not, it will be A Clockwork Orange. There will be a review on A Clockwork Orange, but it will take me some time to get through it and figure out its message, because it is not an easy reader, but we know those are sometimes the best to analyze. So please stay tuned for that. Thank you again for watching. I will see you here again soon for more book reviews and discussion. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.